We're motherfucking back, niggas. You zilly. Back with Mr. 90 Plus in the building. www.rogueradio.motherfucking-live. Right about now, we're introducing the Babyface Rasta.
Where's that one come from, you guys?
Babyface Rasta.
This guy use cocaine.
Me nah know that.
Wait, which team? Are you Arsenal? That's why, you know.
Arsenal.
They need a babyface
He's a
striker.
motherfucker. He's a City fan. He's a shitty fan.
Fuck, man.
Oh, these are the guys for money, eh? Money
wash,
bought your
wash,
loyalty.
Watu wa wash hawa.
Everything blue, nigga.
Mbappe to Real.
Niaje Marvin.
Mambo.
True.
Yes.
You're
True,
good.
true to the form, true to the core.
How
Blue
you
all the way.
How
Blue
you
all the
been?
way.
Let me ask you a question.
Did you check the NFL? Okay.
You trying to get a flat top over here or what the fuck?
For some people like yourself, it comes naturally, but for me, I think I have to work for it, you guys, you know. Shots fired.
I was just trying to create a light moment for the
Go
people.
away,
Yeah.
you guys.
Anyway, we're discussing
go,
something before we went to the break. We're talking about how Mbappe was supposedly about to be signed by Real Madrid for 220 million pounds. So you see, we were trying to say that market transfers ama doing watu wanatumia cycle clubs. It's exaggerated, for lack of a better word.
Actually, the levels you're seeing today aren't as high as they've ever been. There was a time, was it in 2018, where there were like billions of pounds in the transfer market. This time it is kind of lower than that.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you. It is lower, but what we're discussing that in regards to what do you think about the expenditure? Do you think they should tone down more? Because I mean, clubs are getting players like Arsenal is getting shitty.
Arsenal is getting players who they think they need in the positions to supplement the other players. That's what I think.
Say that again.
For Arsenal, they're picking the players who they need to act as substitutes to certain positions where they've seen a weakness.
Have you seen the new signing from by Arsenal?
The name?
Okay. So the name is neither here nor there, but
the Asian guy.
Takehiro Tomiyasu.
He's from
wherever God knows.
Okay, if they didn't pick him from the La Liga.
No, he wasn't. No,
he wasn't in La Liga.
Those names aren't there.
Okay, so if it is the German league, then I'm sure they picked him because of technical ability.
Yes, that's what they say he has.
Because El Neni also, they said he was a young guy. He had technical ability, but you've seen there are some games where him and I think is it Willock in the midfield, they get caught out. They get lost.
Personnel, different games, different personnel.
Exactly. That's what coaches need to adapt. But I think Arteta is kind of
getting the depth.
Yes. He needs time.
I was telling this guy the same fucking shit. Ama nijua naongea English.
You've played.
Nijua naongea English. Ndo unamget.
What the fuck, man?
Nilikuwa nakushow the same thing. Nakushow na bias for depth. Unaongea sijui. Do you think they'll be relegated?
No.
Why do you?
Well, because with most teams, you notice that if the season starts badly for them, and yet they're like a top 6 team on the regular, they start increasing as their formation starts blending in more with the teams they play. Because you can't use like a 3-5-2 with a team which is using a 4-4-2 with a diamond shape in the middle and expect them to be scoring you more.
See, Marvin, that's the technical discussion of the conversation that we were having. But what I was saying that nilikuwa nasema, listen, Arteta is expected, and a team like Arsenal is expected to play top flight football, right? So that means that even the signings that you make are supposed to be aligned to that goal. But look at what Arteta is doing. Arteta has lost even Reece Nelson ameenda Feyenoord. Bwana ameacha kuchezea Arsenali ndo aende Feyenoord on loan. Bellerin ameacha kuchezea Arsenali ndo aende Real Betis on loan. Ilibidi Arteta akware ku sign off Maitland-Niles because Niles was just as well headed to Everton.
But with the Feyenoord, like him opting to go to play in Feyenoord is not a bad team, by the way.
I'm not saying it's a bad team, but
They're
I'm
like
saying
It's a top
number
2
3
team there.
right
it's
now,
it's a good team. But listen,
He's
you're
going
going
to
to
get
play
there.
in the Turkish league vis-a-vis playing in the English Premier League, my
Fe-
friend. Even the pay in that league is
Feyenoord
different.
Turkish or it is Dutch,
It's
bruv?
It's Dutch.
Dutch.
Dutch,
okay, sorry,
bro.
it's Dutch. Thank you.
Galatasaray is Turkish.
Yeah.
And them, but
Fenerbahce
he's
and
going
shit.
there. Look at the products which come out of the the Dutch league.
Mhm.
You have products like Depay.
Mhm.
What was this other guy? The
Van
striker
Persie
for
came from that league.
Yeah,
Van
okay.
Persie. You also have the guy who's in Arsenal, right? Bergkamp,
Beckham.
Cruyff.
It's
So
a
they
good
produce
team.
very technical,
So,
gifted
It's a good
players.
team, but what
so
I'm saying, I'm not saying they don't
hasn't
produce
walked down.
quality players.
he hasn't
but
walked down. Though.
it is a walk down. If you're coming from the English Premier League to go to the Dutch league,
Yes.
that's a walk down.
But
If you're coming from the Dutch league to the English Premier League, that's a step up.
No, why it isn't such a walk down for him is because in the English league he's not being given, because of the teams he's matching up with, he's not being given the time to show his own playing style. He's being told to play a position, yes, but there are some people, they are natural midfielders, and then there are midfielders who you can bring, who their first position is not midfield, it's like defense, but they have other attributes that can hold the midfield. So for him, take him to Feyenoord, to the Dutch league, let him improve on his ability and scope of the game, then bring him back, because he'll be like the guy who is in Barcelona. There's a Dutch player who's in Barcelona in the midfield, leave alone Depay at the front.
Nani?
De
Jong at the beginning when he came, he was being brought in as a substitute. Now he's actually playing.
But
So
what I'm
it has
saying is,
developed. It needs
listen,
time
man,
to
how
develop.
long? But so that we don't have this conversation for
Mhm.
too long.
Mhm.
I mean, Lamu will also have to give his opinion. But what I'm saying is, how long has Nielsen and Bellerin played for Arsenal?
Yes.
You know, and what have been the results in that time? Because when Bellerin was coming from Barcelona, he was a very highly regarded prospect. Same as Nielsen, same as Niles. All these people, Saka, Suarez, is on Majina Bigi. Unaelewa?
Yes.
So we're expecting that a manager with this quality of football, or I mean, with this quality of players who play good football,
Mm-hmm.
would be playing way better than they are right now. Would be positioned far much
Higher.
higher on the table
Than
than
Yes.
they are
20.
right now. Unajua?
You also have to take into consideration the other teams which they are playing with have also leveled up, so the competition is higher. The players who may be on a slump in terms of performance, in terms of output, and the like. When you mention people like Bellerin, he's one of their highest performing wingers.
Players are allowed to go on a slump,
And
but the manager isn't.
No, but you see, if the players are on a slump and the manager wants them to play in a specific way, at the end of the day, it's not the manager who plays, it's the players. So the morale and everything has to come first. The change has to come first from the players.
No,
The coach, let me tell you, I've played soccer, so
I don't disagree.
coach-
I don't agree with that. Though.
the coach
It's
can
his
be
opinion,
all
anyway.
Yeah, it's
can
it's
be
a-
all fancy and for the get-go, like the way the Chelsea players in that last season for Mourinho, the second time he came around,
yeah.
the players weren't for him.
Mhm.
That's just it. They weren't for him, and irrespective of how he set them out to go play,
That isn't the situation at Arsenal, though.
well, to some extent, I thought it was because
You thought it was. But
yes,
it isn't.
because look, especially with the first 3 games they've played, right?
Mhm.
They played a team which came out of the championship and was really
Good.
killing it in there. Their top striker came, he scored. That game, people have blamed it on Arteta's choice of players that he chose, but some were sick, some were on the COVID quarantine.
Hence the point.
So the team
Suspended.
was weakened.
I mean,
And
listen,
as you notice, as the
you
transfer
can't,
season has
you
gone,
can't,
he
you
has
can't
supplemented.
give Arteta that much space. Because
Well-
honestly, fikiria hivi, Arteta, this is like his third season.
Is this
his
second?
third year,
Second, eh?
second
Second.
season, third year,
Second full season.
second full season.
Yeah.
Sindio? So second full season, yeah, Arteta, the first season alimaliza number
8.
8. Sindio? Hiyo ndio ilikuwa his first full season.
But
Alimaliza
they
number 8.
they won a cup in between that.
Mhm.
They also went to some was it quarters or semis?
They
of
lost the final Europa.
Europa.
Like
So you see, he has taken them far. That already shows there was an improvement in certain areas.
But
You can't discount that.
hawachezi hata Europa
Klopp
this
was
season.
in Liverpool for how long before they actually started shining?
But why do we compare?
No,
Why do
because
we compare? Because
I know
you see,
you can't
you're
compare
comparing
Klopp and what is
difference.
this.
Different.
But look at the playing style. This guy was under Guardiola for some time, right? And you can kind of see he brought back that unity of Arsenal's touch football, because that was what Arsenal was known for. They counter with touches and then they score. He has brought that back. Now the only thing which, in my opinion, he needs to improve on is their defense. Like, really, the mentality of the players also has to be improved.
Doesn't mean that this signing is going to do any better than what they've been doing.
Well,
you had
Torres
something to
did
say
do much
before we
for
move on?
Arsenal,
Chelsea.
we have talked so much about
that's
Arsenal.
too much about Arsenal.
As in, what are they doing at number 20? What the fuck?
Fuck those bitch niggas. Anyway,
So-
we're supposed
West
to.
Ham,
We're speaking about transfers and
Mbappe to Real. That
no,
you said
no.
it was cancelled.
no,
Yeah,
let's-
collapsed at the final.
back
hour.
home though. Back home because there's a team.
Oh yes,
Ah,
yes,
yes.
yes,
And,
yes.
and the
17
KPL.
times winner.
Is it 17 or
12.
11? 12.
Ah.
They just won 12 times. This
Top flight
the most
titles.
recent. The most recent
Oh,
was the 12th.
we're
Don't
talking
get to
about-
Tusker.
Yeah,
Tusker FC.
yeah.
So Tusker FC manager wow, he decided to fire 11 players. This is immediately after they won the league. 11 players.
Were the players being made redundant because there are no funds, or were they not performing, or had they actually put in transfer clauses?
Matano walikuwa wanadaisha.
Hebu
Hata
tuam-
kuwa
tuambie,
anadaisha.
tuchapie tu.
But as in, the reason why they're releasing 11 players,
Yes,
first, they're trying to cut the wage
the
bill.
wage bill. Mm-hmm.
Second, a number of those players aren't helping the team. What people are forgetting is he has released 11 players. Among the 11 players, the only one I might question is the defender.
Please say his name.
Luke Namanda. See, Luke is alikuwa very important in the team that won the league.
Yes.
Meaning he was a
Vital
player, probably first 11 player. So hiyo ndio probably si understand, but you see in our wengine tuseme the other at least 7 ako anafeel wanamsaidia, so why stretch your wage bill? And you've also replaced you've replaced 5 of them.
So he sends away 7, and he has already replaced 5.
Yes,
So it was
he
more.
sent away 11,
11.
Okay.
And he replaced
but he has replaced them with players.
5.
Other
5 new
So
players.
he
right?
says here there's a good reason why. Sources at the club contend that they need to strengthen their squad with players who possess the capacity to charge for a continental title. The reason cited sounds rational enough, but beats logic in the decision to fire 11 players who brought honor and glory to the side that has experienced a title drought in as many as 5 years. Coach Robert Matano seems to have missed the mark. This is not my words. He says, despite his vast experience and impressive credentials, overhauling a team seldom yields sumptuous
Success.
results. Yes, the Lion is getting rid of a good set of players who had already blended well with the rest of the team and only needed to have their claws sharpened more before the task ahead. Lamo had a very controversial opinion about that when we were discussing before the show. What did you say?
You see, if anafeel anataka kurevamp, if there is someone who knows the team better, is the coach.
What
Na
the
pia,
team needs.
I feel for as much as Onasema he wants to revamp and get new blood into the team, which is good, because what a winning team needs ni you keep that momentum hapo juu, you see. And because they have what people don't know, a winning season usually drains you mentally, physically, nini. Kitu ingine pia ni people over celebrate their success. Unasahau season mpya imeanza, you supposed to get your mental.
But you see, Lamo, honestly,
No,
that cannot be a defense, because part of any team, the team within the structures, part of hiyo dini yote kuna kuwaga na department ya health na mental health.
Kenye naelewa si ati ni mental in the sense that ni imewalemea ati
wakiongea hata pia nikisema ati hawezi cheza, nasema mental as in it is draining, but Kenya nasema ndio sawa, it is mentally draining, it is nini, but with a system that supports you, it is far much easier for you to handle those circumstances. Other than somebody having to fire you because they feel like you'll be in a hiatus for quite a bit of time.
I think the thing is the coach, what he's doing is he knows how his players are, how their mentality is. Now, if you want to contest for, like as he said, confederational cups like CECAFA and them, right? You pick players first and foremost, if you want to add experience to your team, players who have played in that CECAFA and they like. So if these people who he has picked to omit from the team and to send away, those might be the ones he sees might not have played there, and even though they have the skill to play there, they don't have the mental fortitude to play there, because you'll be playing in our CAF Champions League, you'll be playing in the home cups, which are in the state. That's very draining. You might have the physicality for it, but not the mentality. When your team loses 2-0 away, and you have to come back, you might not have that mentality.
What I'm saying is, Marvin, it is the responsibility of a manager to nurture and culture the winning mentality.
Amekubali, ndio maana umesema it's his work.
It is his job. Unaelewa? Si ati nakata Lamo. Kenya nasema ni it is not right for him first to have let go of 11 players. Unaelewa? 11 players, knowing very well all these other Kenyan clubs are not signing from within the country. These are guys, first of all, listen. First of all, the FKF itself should have standards within itself to ensure that the number of Kenyan players, or first of all, the number of players that are being signed off or let off clubs is not as absurd.
Contract or
kama player sikia au wali-terminate contract zao say, unaelewa, si ati watawareimburse kitu yoyote, ati watawageka kitu kwa sababu tuliwachuja.
Hiyo sana ni lazima wadu.
Unaelewa, utasema
do you know their contract details, because in their contract details
I don't know their contract details.
Have come out, there could be a clause that actually says
if we
go
down,
decide to expel you at any moment with giving you notice of a certain period of time. So maybe those players were already given their notice. What we are hearing is just the backdrop of what has happened.
What I'm saying is these are players who played in a team that won the league.
Yes.
It does not mean that they are not of a quality stature. Unanipata? Kama mnataka kuongeza players, exactly, for what the team needs, 11 is a big number. Unaelewa? 11 is a big number. Labda uniambie mnataka kuleta wase cheaper because maybe expenses ni mingi, but then it would also mean that you reduce a certain number. That number cannot be 11 because it means you're putting all this. Sisi ndio 90 plus tunabonganga juu ya kwenda kwa ground. Unaelewa?
Yes.
Au mavijana wana form. Unaelewa? Huo mtu mwenye ako Tusker, saa hii mwenye ameachiliwa hana form. Unaelewa?
Sasa unaona
ni ukweli.
Acha nikushow. Sasa kituona saa wewe kitu unaona, acha nikwambie, if these guys were good enough to play for Tusker, they will be good enough to play for the other teams. Na ndio maana hapo acha nikushow.
Wewe ndio the same person. Unajua
sikia si irony. Hakuna acha
kinaya, lakini waliza ndio
elewa thinking yangu. You see, players have agents, si ndio? Kazi ya agent ni kufanya nini? Get you a deal to play for a team.
The best deal they can.
How many players in Kenya do you know
that have
bro,
agents? Pole tulia.
Tuongee real. Unajua wewe unaongea idealistic ile ya kitabu, unafaa kuwa na agent, unafaa.
Sawa. Au 11 players.
Kwa hata timu yoyote yenye umebonga nao kama adui.
Wewe unajua mbona wase?
Player mwenye alitoka.
Unajua tunaongea two different things. Huwezi compare mashinani na huku juu.
It's the system. Kenya nasema the problem is endemic. The same issue yenye iko huko juu, otherwise these people would have been following.
Ideally unataka ungefanya nini?
Kenya nasema ni hiyo Kenya wewe unasema ndio ideal. Hiyo ndio Kenya inafaa kuwa inafanyika, na FKF ndio inafaa kuwa ina make sure agent, killer agent ako signed. If you're signed to a player, we know you're managing this number of players, and this number of players, these are the conditions and terms within which unafaa kuwa una handle indo do wenye
nikuulize swali hivi. Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Is it the work for a club to get you another nini wakiku release?
It is not the work of a club, but I'm saying how many agents do we know of?
So
players
wewe unataka Tusker wangefanya nini? Tusker
wange let off hata how 5 players wenye wame release. Unaelewa? Wangebaki na how 6. It does not mean ati walikuwa vibaya. With training, with the right amount of training and encouragement, it means that these are also good players because you played in a team, na ulikuwa part of the team mukishinda league.
You know, there are very many things we don't know here. First, we do not know how many players Tusker squad has. Because if they have I thought it used to be that if you have above 28 players in your squad, you have to ask some. They have to come to 27 at the most. So if these crop of players are the ones who are being asked because they have brought people from their youth leagues and their youth camps and and other associations, we don't know because it's not being reported. So what we have to go with what we have to go with, and Tusker, trust to me, is not a non-professional team. They wouldn't do something like this unless it was well thought through. They're not like teams like, forgive me for saying, like Muhoroni and the others, which without as much backing as they have to do these things, fire players, then they end up playing with half a squad. That also gets you fines by FKF and the like. So what Tusker is doing, we don't know the full story, but from what we know, we should also accept that it is a professional team. They won't do some things unless they were catered for and covered for within the players' contracts.
I'm saying, as in, it's not the first time for me. Okay, just as well as you, I don't have too many details, but ukweli ni, we know how shit is run. So I'm not speaking about how textbook and how beautiful it would look if it happened the way you guys are saying. The fact is, it is not as rosy as the ideal situation that you're trying to paint out.
But we're not
so
painting.
We're not painting out.
We're not painting shit. We're just trying to understand why.
You're
understand. You're not trying to understand.
Me nimeunderstand kenye mnasema, kenye mimi nasema ndio nikani ngumu kweli. Juu kenye nasema tu ni simple tu. Nasema club haifai kuachilia wasee wengi hivyo, especially within conditions zenye tunacheza ball nazo sahi. Unaelewa? Tuangalie realistically. Hata kama ni wage unasema, punguzia mshahara, unaelewa, mpunguzie tu ile kiwango fulani, unaelewa, but don't make him get back to the streets, because hapa hivi I think kulikuwa na msee fulani alikuwa amesema they were wasting my money, they should get back to the streets. I don't know why I didn't include that, but it was part of the story, unaona.
Yes
It don't be usikue tunasema aje unreasonable kwa sababu ya feelings.
First thing you have to let's be realistic. Wait, hold up. You said let's be realistic.
Let me pull up the article.
A club operates on finances, yes? If the club has within your contract that you'll be paid a certain amount, then if it's stipulated in your contract that to keep you they can pay you less and you will play for them, then fine, you see the player take a pay cut.
Do we know the terms of the contract kwanza?
We don't know the terms of the contract.
That's what
do you think they will breach the contract?
Team.
Yes, I think they would. It's not.
Mbona atapelekwa court?
Watu wangapi wenye
tunaongea Tusker, tukue tu contextual.
Kama unaongea contextual, basi angalia hii side nyingine pia, kwa sababu pia yufanyika na ni part of the contract.
But the team you're referring to is a professional team.
A corporate.
Yes, so what will happen? It will operate under the rules which are stipulated. So if they release 12 players, dude,
it's within their means.
What I'm saying is, think like Kenyans. Be fucking real. Hawa ni wasee, skiza. Hawa ni wasee wenye, first of all, hata kama wako kwa payroll walikuwa na cost do flani, they have people depending on fucking them. Unaelewa? So just listen. The
Don't
thing
put
is,
emotion
the
in
thing
this.
Exactly.
is, Skia,
You're
see,
getting
see,
emotional.
I'm not getting emotional. Skia.
Because you're saying think about
Well,
their
Skia,
people. You don't.
I'm
their
not
people
saying
are not
think
the ones who
about-
play on the pitch for you. It is him. So
He
why do you
plays on
think
the
about
pitch
them?
and he played just as well enough to get
Na
you to
atapata
the
team.
to the
Atapata
league.
team. He
Unaelewa?
will get a team.
You've been released from Tusker.
Eh,
How many people
so-
were released from Tusker and picked
Sa
by other
unajua
teams in
ni
the
ukweli
region?
sahi hivi nyi ubonga hivi ndo si ubonga as Kenyans mnasema atapata lakini amwangalii the reasoning behind and the life ya wase behind with the realities kwa sababu hutaki kuaccept umse
No, you
hatapata
No, you're not
team
getting
hatapata
it, bro.
team virahisi venye wewe
Sawa,
unafikiria.
okay. Aya.
Unaelewa?
We will aya.
Hatapata
Actually wako na
team,
game,
hatapata-
wako na game. Hata
au
tuseme fixture.
11 wote wata
Vi,
si
hold
wote
up, hold
watapata team ya
Hold
kuchezea.
up, okay. I think I can understand what you're saying, but look, let's pick a team which was at the helm at one point. And
Gor.
decided to
Ah.
release players.
How many?
Sofapaka actually kwa
Let
is
me,
the same.
let me. I think you might relate with an international team, right? Something like
No. I will relate with the
Wait.
Kenyan team.
Wait,
Bro,
because
we are
I'm-
talking
I'm
about
going to-
Kenyan
yes,
situation.
Nani
but
we
the
mbona uko na
soccer
we sutulia ama
context,
tupige bare.
context.
Cheki umse.
when a team like
Utameza
hold up,
hiyo
hold up.
mic,
When a
cheki
team like
umse.
Real Madrid decided to disband Rodriguez, who else? There's a time they removed like 4 players, Di Maria and them. How many teams were so quick to want to snap them up?
So many.
If you come from a professional team and a good rated, even though you're here in Kenya, you come from a professional team, there are other teams in the league which will want you. And this is by default.
Yeah.
This is not by you going and having to play, because they know you've scored against them. You've played well. You're the key reason. Look at what happened with Leicester. Leicester, the second they won the season, they were milked the next season. You remember? They had to let some players go also because it makes financial sense. And to part, you can't think about this on emotional terms, that think about his people who rely on him. The service you're getting here, the contract you sign is between you and the player. The player handles his issues. There are some teams which go overboard and cater to the family too of the players. They're enticing them to come and join the club. But once that is over, once you append your signature on a contract, you operate under the mandate of the contract,
Marvin,
not emotion.
What you're saying is not without my understanding. But what I'm telling you is what I feel, Rosafi. Because right now it said in January 8 Sofapaka players were also dumped in a move by President Eli Kalekwat, saying that he wanted to revamp the squad. So you see, it's not Tusker alone.
Sofapaka has
Listen,
been having
Hebu
financial
jiulize kwa
Yeah,
nini by
sikia,
this.
sikia.
Jiulize kwa nini.
Kenye nasema ni hivi, mi sikatai mutuje players. Hiyo ndo kenye nyie amwelewi. I'm not saying you can't hire and fire at will depending on merit. Unaelewa?
Mhm.
What I'm saying is the number of players that you let go of matters.
Must have a-
Unanipata?
What if
unataka
there's
limit.
merit? What if
Sikia,
there's
mi nataka-
merit to
sikia.
that?
Mtaka
If there's
limit
merit
kwa.
to that, then that's when nimesema patia nini option. Unajua unaweza punguzia umse mshahara acheze hii ligi ingine ndogo kwa sababu wanaweza cheza na hawa toi wanaitwaje. That's what we do in rugby, man, because if you can't make the number one. Sikia, mi nawaambia ukweli
I
kweli,
know, but
mnacheka
rugby
ni
and soccer
Juu,
are two different
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
this is how we make sure everybody participates, everybody plays. You're not thrown out like bad
Okay.
seed because somebody feels like you're not contributing. I might be having a bad season. Unajua, the money you're giving me might be peanuts. That's why I'm not performing. So I'm saying acha FKF ieke cap ya namba ya players wenye wanaweza chuja kwa season, hata 5 players, hiyo ina make sense. Unaweza chuja 5 people who don't make sense, or you can choose 5 then chuja 3 patia
Let me
wase
ask you something.
wengine
Let
some
me ask you
serious
something.
pay cut.
Back home. Si usoma hapo kwa gazeti. A company releases 300 people, 500 people.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not
Because they can't pay them. True or false?
True.
Now, assuming your V is the CEO and he says, cheki, siwezi wachuja juu wenyewe mko na mafamilia, wacha tutakazana. Tulia. This is your reasoning.
reasoning yangu ni nitachuja wale wenye na need kuchuja.
Let me finish alafu ukatae.
It's an analogy na already nishashikanisha Kenya unaenda kusema.
Sasa acha kujifanya kujua. We are here to all to learn. Hata wewe unatufunza, sawa? Tulia. So now you're operating a year. Yes. With all these 500 guys. The second year you can't run operations za hii company because you
kept people.
You kept that people. Is not what
Tulia.
I'm saying.
Tulia. Sawa, tulia. Now that second year you have shut down. So all of you are going home.
Sikia. First of all, your situation yenye unasema, see, Tusker is never going down because we will never stop drinking beer. Secondly,
unasahau Tusker ball na Tusker the company.
Sikia.
EABL
is funding who? Sikia.
Of course ni hase, but
ndo nasema
kwani main yao ni
1 and 2 tuna put together. Kenya nasema ni Lamo. Out of analogy yako, mimi sisemi ati wasi punch bado wabaki na mimi. Nasema mimi nitaangalia wale wasi crucial.
Everyone is crucial, ndo maana everyone is crucial.
Yeah. Everyone is crucial.
Ndo maana walikuwa pale.
There's people who do. Hata kuna venye ndai inaweza songa na bila nini moja, bila wiper moja, mvua ikinyesha. Hiyo ingine ni crucial, lakini bado hii ingine moja ina do the job.
True.
Unanipata? Now that's the situation in which I'm in. Because I need to move in the rain, niko kwa ndai.
You will have to sacrifice.
I will have to sacrifice.
That's what they did.
Unajua?
That's what Tusker did.
But what I'm saying is, I am not sacrificing my wiper, my side mirror, my ya kuangalia rear view mirror, ni extra tire. Unaelewa?
Wewe uko na wiper 11. Wewe uko na wiper 11 ndo utoe 5. Uko na 2, si ndio?
That is why nimesema vitu zingine.
These are players wako na over 30 players.
That's why I'm saying.
So wametoa wiper 11.
Ndai iko na over 30 bolts, but kuna venye inaweza fanya kazi bila bolts zingine.
Let's move on. Sawa. Let's move on mazee. Tusker wako na game. Hata hujasema fixture ya Tusker.
Sasa uwaambie.
Who is playing?
Well, in fact, they will camp in Mombasa a week for pre-season program ahead of their CAF Champions League preliminary round of matches for next month. Tusker have been drawn Djibouti. Djibouti is at Sola in the preliminary round of CAF. First leg iko September 12th, between September 12th.
Mark that on your calendar, people. September 12th.
Alafu the second leg planned ndo jua inaweza kosa kufanyika 17th the same month, 17th to 19th, because there are other fixtures. So Matano alikuwa anasema this week wako Mombasa. It is very crucial. The week in Mombasa will be very crucial for us because we have new players who need to gel and integrate with the team. It is also be an opportunity for us to work on what we need to do and be ready for the Champions League match in come. Yeah, so September jo kuna mamechi fiti sana.
12th and between 7th and 18th.
Bana we.
You know, I also heard that Kenya is playing UG on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thrashing. You know.
Haya, utati.
Say it with us.
With who?
What lifts boulders off the roads?
I think you're even clipping on that mic, man. Shit, because you're shouting.
Cranes.
There's no way you guys are winning. But anyway, I think we drew the last game. No, we actually won 1-0 the last meeting.
Hizi ongea unaona vile ana smile tu.
It's all good.
So anyway,
clean your airport. Very soon there'll be some couple of landings.
No,
mine is already down and taken care of.
Anyway, let me try and Chelsea. Let me ask you. We have just concluded the transfer.
Yes.
We have concluded the transfer. It ended yesterday. And as a Chelsea fan, are you feeling we've done a good job this time? Are you feeling there's something more you'd have done? Are you satisfied?
I was satisfied even prior to the window having opened.
Okay.
because I'd seen that as far as our striking goes, the team was gelling. The only problem we're having was someone who usually finishes in front of goal was kind of missing a few opportunities. But now with Lukaku,
a few,
because he also did not know like who he wanted to play in certain areas. The other day I heard that a person who helped us win a cup left the team on the onset of Lukaku coming in. Like, that is where I find issue with what V was saying earlier, that they should release players with a certain decorum of respect and the like, especially
not
here
respect,
in Kenya.
Merit.
Tushamaliza
We
wewe.
went to merit,
He is
but
talking.
But the teams which right now I think their fans should be a little bit more, not loyal, but have faith in the project. Guys like Arsenal,
Don't bring that team. We've already talked about that team.
Where it's already done.
Are you happy with your teams?
I'm not too happy with Manchester City's signings this season. I
Why?
don't think Jack Grealish is worth 100 fucking mil. I don't think the quality of football he's bringing on or adding on to the squad is good enough to be worth that much.
He brings the
I don't
English
think
crowd.
he's going to. Well, nigga, that's just paper. But I mean,
On the ground, kwa pitch.
I need a Champions League this season, so I don't see that happening. Naelewa. Honestly speaking, we don't have a true number 9 at the front, so that means that we are somehow playing with the same sort of formation that we played last season. We're not giving a different or posing a different threat to any of the teams that we'll be playing with, considering Manchester United, our neighbor, has signed Cristiano Ronaldo.
But Man United has an aging front set. So.
Where they have an aging front set, but they bang fucking goals after goals after goals.
Their last game,
that's what they're known for.
The game before that was
we won 1-0.
1-0. So I don't think they.
Okay, I was asking about as in mngefanya kuna kitu more mngefanya transfer.
Tunge sign. That's why nasema tunge sign striker first of all. Badala ya kukimbilia Grealish, unaelewa. Whether young or not, experience is the best. So as long as he can fire goals inside the net, good enough for me. Yeah. Aside from that, naona tu what? Tungeongeza defense kiasi hapo kwa CB. Kukuwe na option ya Laporte na Diaz, because I think they do a lot of donkey work back there. Fernandinho pia anachoka. So
Stones yuko ama Stones.
Yeah,
well, Stones is. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I don't think he's gonna win us the league. Yeah,
but he just
League.
did. Okay,
the Champions
but that's
League.
not his work.
Yeah, that's what the fuck, man.
As in,
wait, it's the collective. It's about the collective.
No,
it's
what I mean is,
what
I mean is, even the final that you guys played with Chelsea. Yes, they fucked you up, but you see, you guys. Even the chances you had, there was no one to finish. That's not Stone's work.
That's what I'm saying.
What you needed was a striker.
Was a true number 9.
Yeah,
what
so usieke Stones.
Tulilik my goals last season.
Goals will
that's why nasema sikia man.
Venye new cheza, how you play. It's how you play.
That is why I'm saying how we play leaves us vulnerable. That's why
Pep will never change. He will never change his game. You never see him. Utaiona kikaza.
We need kuona Diaz akicheza the whole okay na need anaweza cheza the whole season.
Yeah.
But tuna need fresh legs. Unaelewa? Inafika point ya season sale nyinyi mko na options ati sisi wase wetu wamechoka because there's no defense.
Sibiza wachokangi.
He introduced was it a 18-year-old kid the other day.
That's what I'm saying.
Trust you me.
Ata introduce.
So shida ilikuwa tu striking. So
let's striking peke yake.
Okay. Nyinyi wewe ni mtu wa City anyway.
Mimi ni mtu wa City.
Okay.
We don't need soccer. Don't use that.
Ni vile ataita tu. Acha naye by the way. You can call it what you want.
Nini tulikuwa tunasemaje? Man City. Wasafi. Shida si hapo mbele peke yake. Because we have the best midfield in the English Premier League. I can say that proudly. Unajua. But hapa nyuma hapa nyuma kuna shida, because hapa mbele creating goals, even our midfield players score hell lot of goals, unaelewa?
But then ukweli last season ni Rodri, kuna mlikuwa na central midfielder alikuwa anacheza kasi.
Yes, and unaona tuna need center back kwa hiyo
position.
Laporte akiumia,
Nathan Ake is there.
Former Chelsea product, Southampton.
Sasa hiyo ndio kitu tunafaa kuuliza sasa. Before he went to City, that nigga had potential. True or false?
Then what the fuck is happening?
Sasa tunafaa kuuliza Pep, because mbona amedeep? What a coach is supposed to improve a player who had that potential. True or false?
True.
Because Ake at Bournemouth, he was at Bournemouth. Yes, I remember him rocking that red and black jersey. He was a paramount player. He was a very important player. First 11, like
it's
team sheet
leadership qualities.
Exactly.
To add on to what you're saying, that have been picked up also in Man City.
So sijui mbona, I don't think they needed to go back to get another. Mind you, they have spent so much money building up that line back
squad that is there.
Let alone the whole squad, just the central defenders. Ake was 50 million back then. From Bournemouth.
That's why nasema hiyo ni
tulia na ulikuwa unakashifu Ben White hapa hivi.
Yes, ndio nasema hiyo ni devaluable as in
no. So anyway, I don't think what I think for Man City, for me as my opinion is they did need a striker, because for as much as Jesus is a striker, yes, but he's not a reliable striker. They needed to replace Aguero. The Champions League, not only last season, the previous season, walitolewa semi-final because they didn't have a ruthless striker, and that was very important.
I thought they were shopping for Muller.
Bro, now you see Muller even let me tell you something. Muller is not even a striker.
Yes, but he's a 9 who can play at 10.
Why do we
can City don't need someone who can. They need a specialist.
And Lewandowski, what happened to that deal?
I don't know. But was it Bayern? I think it just fell. Plus, Pep wasn't looking that much. They wanted Kane. So for me, okay, now if you ask me about United,
yes,
I feel like the Cristiano deal, we were duped into. No. We didn't need Cristiano. We didn't need Cristiano. We were duped into signing him, because what the OGs at Old Trafford feared is him rocking the blue shirt, because Mendes had played us. Mendes leaked a story that Man City on the verge of buying him. You think Ferguson would have let that happen? No.
Guardiola even play with
exactly. Kumbe it turned out even Man City weren't looking to sign him. You see what happened after that leaked? Fergie called him. That's why you saw that they unveiled him. They confirmed the deal yesterday. Even wrote a letter, and NB, not better. Sir Alex Ferguson, this is for you, because he called him personally. Ole had been asked that before even it happened. He was like, it might not happen, but if he's coming to Manchester, he's definitely coming home. So I feel we needed a central defensive midfielder more, because you see
your Matic issue and the problem with Fred at the
then
midfield.
With the striking, because Nani is a striker now. Cristiano is no longer a winger, because he doesn't have the legs to run that much enough. So this means
Cavani also
exactly
is a proper striker.
Mind you, we bought Sancho, so we can shift Greenwood to the striking role. You see, so we didn't need Cristiano. We didn't.
You might need the numbers because the fans are back.
I would say
ni venye tu any team that has Cristiano, as in, that's a plus, a huge plus.
Same with Messi. The other game they played with Reims, the whole thing, the 2-0, that was Mbappe who scored them.
But Messi didn't.
But people, it had the highest viewing ever for a French game.
Because he was in the.
Messi was there, so just bring the numbers.
it's not just
tuna
They just bring the
Tuna?
numbers.
but mna underrate sana performance ya umse.
we didn't talk about
Naelewa.
no one doubts
Yeah.
his
What
Skia.
you guys also didn't have last season
Eh,
was consistency in front of goal. I think if you had that, the league was yours to win.
let me ask you something. You see, United, what United has improved is efficiency. In that, you might create a chance, but not a goal scoring chance, just a chance. But United will finish because United has these quality players that you just don't give space. Like the Leeds game. That Leeds game, we didn't create chances,
Yeah.
but if you see those goals, they were scored because those people have that.
The pressure they put on a player and make him lose the ball, then counter.
No, you see, what I mean is, if the XG, expected goal in that game, was less than 1, so ideally, with the chances, quality chances we created, the game should have ended 1 or 2-0. But you see, the game ended
5.
because if you see those, like Greenwood's goal, look at that angle he scored. Not so many people can score that goal. True or false? Aliweka huko inakaisha enda, as in he is away from the goal, but aliweka the far corner because he has perfected that skill. You see, Bruno's third goal, the one he roofed it, aliweka huko juu kwa roof. Hiyo si bao kila mtu atafunga because the guy has quality.
Bruno has quality. I admit
You see?
that. Yes.
Ya Fred ndo ilikuwa chance because Pogba lileta katikati.
Kenye nasema la.
So now coming back to Cristiano, we don't I don't if the chances will be there, he will score so many goals. No one, hakuna
The
mtu ana
provision
debate.
is there.
What hiyo tukatai. Unaona?
That's why
But
we
kenye
didn't talk
tunasema
about-
ni window ikufunguliwa hivi ati United wakifikiria kununua Cristiano.
Yeah, hiyo ni
That is
kweli.
what I am saying.
Yeah, that's what
We
you're
didn't
saying.
need him.
No, you needed him. But
No, we didn't.
you did. He wasn't in your plan.
We
but
did
you
not
needed
need him.
Trust
He was
me,
not.
okay, we don't
Ni
agree
venye
on that. We
whichever
don't agree on
team
that,
whichever
Amo.
team gets Cristiano is a huge plus
But
because
Yes,
he
the
brings 30
numbers.
plus goals.
That's why I'm saying he's an asset for you this season because it is what you lacked last season. Consistency on goal in front of
We
goal
were there
was what you
apart from
lacked.
City.
Apart
No
from
other team
City.
scored more goals than United. We had
That's why
scored
I'm
over
saying-
100. So scoring wasn't our problem.
The
Yes,
issue was
The defense was the
opportunities and
problem
Yeah,
because we kept
Mazee,
drawing
you
the
were
game.
at the top of the fucking table before we came and overtook you guys. That's the point I'm trying to put across. If you had that consistency, which I think
They did have
Cristiano-
the consistency. It was you who did. Your team didn't have consistency. That's why it took you.
No,
time
now,
to climb
no,
back.
no.
Yeah.
You see,
Let's
the
not
team that
talk about
wins
one
the
team.
league
We are talking
is the
about
consistent
the
team.
consistent team.
V.
Would-
Unajua your assumption is, let me tell you, you can be scoring you can be scoring 10-0 every game. But if you are not defending, game ikisha 10-0, 10-10, you're drawing these games. And the other team is winning 1-0. For as long as you're winning your games,
Cheki kenye nasema
Yo-
ni games
you-
zote
because
zenye mta- games
kufunga
zote
bao
zenye
ikuwa shida
mtaanza-
yetu.
Sasa hatukubaliani, lakini roho
Ah,
safi
ah,
itafika
kufunga
katikati
bao
ya season.
kufunga bao ilikuwa shida yetu.
Kufunga bao ilikuwa shida yenu juu kuna time zenye mlikuwa mnakinda na hizo ndo game zenye zilikuwa crucial
Kukinda,
zenye zilifanya
cheki.
tuwapite.
Wacha
Hiyo
nishow
ndo
games
kenye mi
zilikuwa
naseme.
crucial. Ni game hata tulikuwa tuna create chance kwanza. Sasa unaona,
kama ni
anyway,
game zenye-
tutamaliza hidi. Unaona?
tutamaliza hii debate katikati
So,
ya season juu mnanidua
Simanishi,
msee.
I'm not doubting his quality or what he brings to United. He might be the person who carries us to cups this season.
Yes, the Champions
Because
League.
this
That's what I'm
guy
saying.
this guy
experience he has.
clear. This guy has experience
I agree.
and consistency
a
and
team
the
leader.
mentality. You see, whether I am sure he's coming as a player coach somehow, not officially, but the thing he'll be
Player
passing
captain.
to these guys, because we've seen him with Portugal
Yes.
when he was injured, but he was in the sideline telling them what to do, because this guy has seen it all.
That's what it takes to win, Lamont.
Exactly. No one is
so
questioning
didn't
that.
even talk
need-
about his output.
Yeah.
Just look at it from a business
From a
perspective. In a team perspective.
So
From the
anyway,
team perspective,
so
you will need
who has been the most, ni team gani imekuwa has had the best
as we sum up.
transfer as we sum this shit up? You?
I think Chelsea has had the best transfers.
Oh, these motherfuckers signed Saul Niguez.
You know, there's a team which
the
people are
worst.
keeping quiet about. But
West Ham.
Yes, I don't know that they were number 1 for, was it 2 weeks? Then right now they're like number 2.
It's the third game
Number-
of the season.
No, we are now
game.
going to the 4th game after
Yeah.
this international.
That's what I'm saying.
But
you don't know how
no,
It's
but
very
have you
mapema.
seen how
So
they
early
are
days.
Namona
For
basi
me,
namona
early
basi
days.
una nini Arsenal
early
hivyo
days.
kama ni early days.
We Arsenal wanaendelea kufuck up. Hawadui anything.
So
like
kama
that.
ni the 3 games wape tu time
Exactly.
by the
ya
Eh,
kufuck up,
wape
kali
tu
ya
time.
kufuck up ni
Eh.
sawa. Hiyo inamaanisha watarelegate.
by the season yuanza kuwa moto after the 10th game.
Na hapo
Si
ni-
moto,
ni matimu
that's
ngapi-
Usually by
ni
the
timu ngapi
7th
zishaenda?
you
you know
the gist of which teams are
eh
improving how the game. But you've seen flashes of Arsenal playing properly.
What flashes?
You've seen the
Which
5. Was it
flashes?
5 or 4?
Boss,
The
they've
team-
not scored
one
a
they
oh
won
the
in the cup.
WB.
No, they played a.
Eh,
They
sindio, they
can't
play
score a
West
single
Brom.
shot this weekend last weekend on target.
You see,
Out of
This
25.
is Arsenal. You're giving
don't
Arsenal
be-
too much
Hey,
airtime.
This person here. Wait, man,
So
man,
anyway,
you finish
well,
your
you
point. We need to
umesema
close the
Chelsea.
show.
Why Chelsea?
Chelsea cause maze hiyo signing ya Lukaku
Deadly.
bang on man. Alafu pia hata au kulose Abrahams ilikuwa exactly the right decision because Abrahams needed more play time and they needed somebody to
And
finish.
he's doing well in Roma.
Yeah, he's najua.
He's with
That's
Pedro.
good. Defensively mlikuwa mmeongeza nani? I think mlikuwa mmeona 1 or 2 more signings. Kaunde or something kai. Unaona?
Huo ni
inamaanisha
msemzi pia.
huo ni msemzi
Ah.
na hapo inamaanisha mid na pia nani ako na option sasa ya kumchezesha pia CB juu pia anacheza nga CB vifiti.
Na-
Mazee Chelsea round hii
Na mazee Saul wamechukua Saul bana.
hebu cheki.
Mimi hadi kama mtu wa
Saul kwa
United
hao
nasikia
ndo
mbaya.
wanacheza.
You guys saw that transfer today. I was like, what?
Chelsea
Now,
ndo-
ebu imagine they are adding that
That's
in a
definitely
midfield that
midfield.
already has Jorginho. He's the
Jorginho.
he's the
He's
he's-
the ingenio.
no,
Jorginho.
as in he just won FIFA
Kovacic.
men. Now
Kovacic.
there is Kante and Kovacic, and that now there is because what people that guy is the first time I saw him, he was in Atletico, of course,
Yes, he has been.
but he just came to the team. They were playing Barcelona, then Barcelona was as bad as they were, and they won 3-0. There's some goal. No, it's not 3-0. They won 1-0. There's some goal he scored. That guy has technical ability, you see, and he's a number 8 by the way. He'll bring so much quality
Ever
to,
since Oscar left, we haven't had a proper number 8 in our team. You know that?
and he's also a technical and a very aggressive player. So mind you, he's coming from a team coached by Simeone. So anyway, Chelsea, yeah, hata mimi naweza sema Chelsea. But I can also say Aston Villa, because they have signed Buendia. They have signed Ings.
Ings.
Ings. They have signed who else?
And I think he did score also. so-
Yes. Now we might say their signings doesn't reflect where they are. That's a different thing, because you can sign quality players but they don't perform. But we are just here. We are talking about signings, quality signings like Chelsea. Nani anaweza kuja kuwe flop? Huo mse wenyu
Lukaku.
Saul. O pia Lukaku anaweza kuwa na drought, but
Yes.
we don't doubt the quality the guy has.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
West Ham too, I feel they are picking up from where they had left last season. So my fucking United, I don't want to hear Ole sexuals, call them that, having excuses about this season. We have Cristiano. We are going all
You
in.
have Cristiano, you have
All in.
Cavani,
All in.
Bruno,
All
Pogba,
fucking
as
in. Kila mahali.
I'd be surprised if you thought anything different. Anyway, this has been the midweek edition of the 90 Plus Sports Show. Kama kawa umekuwa na mimi V
the
Deadly.
games for the weekend.
Games za weekend tutawachapia tukienda na mtara kama vile tutawaambia vile
tutapatana tu hiyo
Live.
weekend.
FPL. Oya, Nigel, mazee tafadhali tuko na
Fidel.
jazi yako. Oh, ni Nigel. Oh,
Wewe Fidel bana. Wewe
Fidel.
nini? Cheki
Eh,
mzee.
sijui uko na,
Ako na 273.
273 fucking points by the third FPL game week. Mazee, cheza kaa wewe mazee, tupigie simu 0784924100 is the number to call. Tukulink up, hata WhatsApp utacheza nayo, ama uende Instagram utume message pia tutapata hiyo tucheze na
Ama hata
wada.
Twitter kila mahali.
Hata 90 plus mazee weekendi starts at 11 to 1 p.m. We can most definitely have a slot for you as the guest of the day.
Tell us your secrets to how these points are coming, you guys.
Man,
Your choice selection.
Na unajua umse niko na yeye nini mbili, I think kama 3.
Nini? Ligi. Oh, lakini wewe sasa wewe
tulia na sasa nina kushow. Sasa unaona in all those leagues,
Yes.
he's number 1.
na wewe ndio unafagia zote.
Ni yeye. Mimi wapi? So, unajua unaongea nikaa niko number 3 gani? Just because Devi alinishinda, they mean nafagia. Wewe hata uchezi.
Wait, how many points did you have last week?
Kubanta nini wewe?
48 mse.
Hiyo ndio
Out of?
grasshopper gogos.
No.
Like 48.
No, I don't have. I actually have 140 something.
Hey,
150.
cumulative, or that is
Huh?
yours was cumulative.
Uh,
And there are guys who do they get that like in one game, or
no.
what's the highest someone can get?
Okay, now Fidel, our number 1, had 71 points this past game week.
And you said you had 58.
48.
Oh,
Okay, JJ
oh, hey, so
JJ hata sisi.
we have performers in here, you guys.
JJ hata sijui. But JJ
Jitanga Lil Sani.
alikuwa na 64.
Sawa. Maana ni doctor.
Now, you see, number 9 had 85.
What?
Yeah,
Number 9
Number 9.
had 85.
man.
Yeah, okay.
So what does number
So,
1 have?
No, I'm saying just this.
No,
it
you
is
see,
just
you can
this
win.
week.
You can win. You can
the
have
most points but be-
in one. You see, it's like a league.
Oh, in one game, right?
yeah.
In one game.
Yeah,
But you're
it's
saying
just
like
like a
number
league.
1
one
has,
game week. One game.
You said number 9 has 85.
That game week. That
Game week. And the
Yeah.
number 1 had what?
71. That game week.
That game.
But accumulative,
Fidel
Fidel has
Has.
more because the other game weeks
Yes.
is-
he had
is
more
been
than-
topping.
everyone.
Okay.
See.
We need to keep an eye on that guy with the 84 though.
He's
yeah,
climbing.
Nakani-
Huh?
Yeah,
Panda.
that guy seems to have, that good juju.
Anyway, niggas, it's been real, y'all. Let's call it quits.
Thursday, Kenya versus.
Oh, yo, I have 189 points. 189.
Hey, big
189.
in. So that's like
So,
a 40-point average,
eh.
60-point average per game,
No,
right?
amenishinda tu na okay, hizo ni kama
Hey, you guys, there are people here with numbers, as in. What? Put it here.
So anyway, tutapatana tu sato tuta catch up before tu tutawapiga games na plus unajua hii weekend kuna form, it's the international break.
Yeah,
It's the international break.
talk on them.
So
Socials, Rogue Radio KE pale Facebook, rogueradio.live, Instagram, and Rogue Radio with a .live on Twitter. Cheza nazo na subscribe to our channel on YT, Rogue Radio KE.
na
YouTube.
90 plus hapa pia utanipata tu pale Twitter, Mr. Mbui form zingine.
Keep it straight.
Mr.
Dino
90 plus
B.
tu hivyo.
Twitter.